I built my own internet. And you can too, no ISP, no SIM, no monthly bill. Right now, in your pocket, is a device that can talk to satellites, talk to cell towers, talk to Wi-Fi routers, and yet it still can't send a single message if all three of those go down. That's not a hardware problem. That's a permission problem. Somewhere along the way, we all accepted that a handful of companies get to decide whether we're allowed to communicate. We stopped asking why. Today, I'm going to show you how to build a network that doesn't ask anyone's permission to exist. Not by hacking anything. Not by breaking the law. Just by using affordable radio hardware and open source software. By the end of this video, you'll understand how ordinary radios and your smartphone can become part of your own independent communication network. No monthly subscription. No ISP required for local messaging. If you've ever wondered what happens when the cell towers go down, or you've wanted to own your own communications instead of renting them, you're going to love this. And if you're into learning the technology that almost nobody talks about, subscribe because we've got a lot more projects like this coming. Every network you've ever used was built by someone who could say no. Your ISP can throttle your speed. Your mobile carrier can disconnect your service. Even your home Wi-Fi router depends on infrastructure owned by somebody else. But here's what most people never realize. You don't need permission to build a network. You just need radios and a protocol that lets them work together. That's exactly what mesh networking does. Instead of every device depending on one central tower, every device talks to nearby devices. Those devices pass messages to other nearby devices. Eventually, the message reaches its destination. No central authority required. This isn't some futuristic technology. Radio operators have been building decentralized packet radio networks for decades. Mesh networks spread information almost like word of mouth. Instead of one tower shouting at everyone below it, every device becomes both a listener and a messenger. Each new device strengthens the network because it creates another possible route for information. Traditional infrastructure gets congested as more users join. Mesh networks often become more resilient as they grow. The trade-off is bandwidth. These networks aren't designed for streaming Netflix. They're designed for reliable communication when everything else fails. That brings us to one of the most exciting radio technologies available today. LoRa. LoRa stands for Long Range Radio. Instead of prioritizing speed, it prioritizes distance and battery life. A tiny radio module consuming almost no power can transmit messages several miles under the right conditions. Add a better antenna or place the node on higher ground and that distance can increase dramatically. This is the technology behind projects like Meshtastic. With a small development board and a smartphone app, you can build an off-grid messaging system in a single afternoon. No SIM card. No cellular network. No internet connection. Just radios passing encrypted messages across a mesh. But hardware alone doesn't create a network. Protocols do. Protocols are simply the rules that let devices discover each other, encrypt messages, and decide the best route without anyone being in charge. Modern open-source networking software makes this surprisingly easy. Some projects even allow messages to travel across completely different transport methods including LoRa, Wi-Fi, packet radio, and even the internet when it's available. The hardware changes. The routing stays intelligent. That's what makes these systems incredibly flexible. The best part is that getting started isn't expensive. A basic node usually consists of a small ESP32 development board with an integrated LoRa radio. Flash open source firmware onto it. Install the companion app. Pair your phone. You're on the network. Many beginner-friendly boards cost well under $50. Mount one near a window. Build another portable node for your backpack. Add a battery bank. Maybe even a small solar panel if you want a permanent relay station. Suddenly you've built infrastructure that belongs entirely to you. As your network grows, security becomes incredibly important. The moment one of your devices connects to a larger network or bridges traffic onto the internet, you've created something attackers may eventually discover. That's why understanding cybersecurity matters. Before exposing any service online, it's worth learning how attackers actually scan systems and identify weaknesses. Platforms like TryHackMe provide safe, legal environments where you can practice these skills without putting real infrastructure at risk. Knowing how attackers think helps you build stronger networks. Real infrastructure is also built around redundancy. One radio is a demonstration. Several radios become a network. Imagine one relay mounted on your roof, another inside your house, a portable node in your vehicle, a battery-powered repeater on elevated ground. Now messages have multiple possible routes. If one path disappears, another takes over. That's exactly how professional network operators build resilient systems. And something as simple as upgrading your antenna often produces a bigger improvement than changing software. Good antennas dramatically improve performance. Finally, it's important to understand what this technology is and what it isn't. This doesn't replace the modern internet. It replaces your dependence on a single provider. Whether you're dealing with a natural disaster, a cellular outage, a camping trip, a remote property, or you simply enjoy building resilient technology, mesh networking gives you another option. Every new node strengthens the network. Every new participant makes communication more resilient. And every person who builds one helps create infrastructure owned by communities instead of corporations. If you remember one thing from today's video, remember this. You don't need permission to build a network. You need a radio. You need an open protocol. And you need the curiosity to learn how it all works. That's it. If you enjoyed this video, hit subscribe, leave a like, and share it with someone who's always talking about emergency preparedness or off-grid technology but hasn't actually built anything yet. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next build.